Just a minute. Just a minute. Hope you can hear me. It's becoming increasingly difficult to articulate the problems I have with the current institution I attend. To defile something so much larger than me seems near impossible, but during my almost 2 years here at DePaul, I've found these small, strange instances so peculiar to myself. Someone trying to create, work with art and materials, and master a craft. I'll provide you with one of these instances. True or false? The first episode of Mad Men aired on July 19th, 2007. This is a question I recently had to answer on a quiz in my screenwriting 150 class here at DePaul University. Television genres, the class is called. Television genres. That name is already odd enough. I struggle to see what makes the genres of television any different than the genres of film or theater or literature, but this question, this demand to prove myself educated on the release date of Mad Men, is a testimony to how little DePaul cares for their creative programs and evidence of the shadowed disrespect they cast over their students, the same students who are paying thousands of dollars a year to memorize release dates for Mad Men. After a year and a half of attendance, I now see DePaul University's film school for what it truly is, a mill. A mill whose purpose is not to produce creative prospects, but to create working hands for real artists. DePaul takes students who could one day be artists themselves and squeezes the creativity out of them, letting them dry until all that remains are stiff wooden pods standing ready to serve the surviving artists of the world. DePaul restricts the classes students can take by filling the required course load with classes that essentially teach the same things, discouraging students from branching out and trying anything new, stunting their growth as creative artists. But DePaul takes another step in limiting creative exploration. Film and TV students like myself must also pick their concentrations. This rigid structure is poisonous to creative thought and discourages students from opening themselves up to new experience. Those who resist, those who refuse to call themselves off, they are punished by delay of graduation. Bennington is the polar opposite, antithesis of DePaul. At Bennington, you not only encourage outreach and exploration. You build an entire academia off the very concept. Bennington is the polar opposite, the antithesis of DePaul. And at Bennington, you not only encourage outreach and exploration, you built your entire academia off the very concept. You don't restrict a student into one rigid major or concentration. You work with students to produce a plan of study, freeing students like myself to take classes that wouldn't be available in other programs, but could make all the difference in our desired course of study. As limiting as DePaul's been, I have still found time to pursue modes of creativity outside of filmmaking. I paint and draw as a hobby, and now the colors of the world have become all the more vivid. Additionally, I've been honing in and fine-tuning my acting and improvisational skills at DePaul's theater school. The acting classes I took there have been more creatively inspiring than any of the film classes I've taken in DePaul's film program. The hands-on experience I've had there has not only made me a better actor, but a better writer and director. And I'm still working too. I'm currently writing 3 pilot scripts, editing for a mini documentary film, learning to animate, and I'm co-producing and starring in a feature slated to begin production this April. All this has also led to some problems here at DePaul. When I've been disinterested in what the class has to offer me, as it becomes clear that the class has little to actually teach me, it becomes difficult for me to make time for it. I like to make make time for things that I know are actually creatively stimulating for me. Nepal has on rare occasion offered that. At Bennington, I want to take full advantage of the visual and performing arts area by taking courses in acting, directing, and writing, while also continuing my general education, as I feel it important to know about the world in order to make any kind of art that meaningfully comments on it. I want to take some literature classes, as prose writing is something I find genuinely important to learn for any creative writer. I want to take a course on painting to learn more about colors and composition. In my fieldwork term, I want to work with real theaters out in the world and work with people who can give experienced advice in surviving the artist's life. Most of all, I want to meet the students and faculty at Bennington, connect with them, and work together to make something great.